All right, guys, at 6:15, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Did everybody get a chance to look at and review the minutes from the previous meeting? And do I have a motion?
Move to approve the minutes.
Second.
Got a second? All in favor? Moving on down to financial report, Carl.
No, there's really nothing to report. I mean, nothing's happened except for like $5 in interest, so there's 62,691 in the bank.
All right. Down to item number 4, we discussed replacement for secretary. I know we need to work on that, but we haven't had any applicants for that.
So I spoke with Dan McCray, who is an attorney and a specialist in the DDA, and he said that the board can have somebody on the board as the secretary, that we don't need to outsource that.
Okay.
If you want to do that. Probably not the chair, because
No.
you're the chair.
Absolutely. I'll get all confused writing anyway. I mean, if we have anybody that wants to truly volunteer for that, or if we want to continue the search for that, whichever's more feasible with that. I don't want to force someone to.
You guys should make a decision.
It sounds like you need to take some time and do some elbow twisting somewhere.
We can do that.
Because
Okay,
I could tell you if we're gonna try to hire somebody,
Yeah.
we're not going to be able to with what we paid the other secretary. I think we paid her mileage, that was about it.
Yeah,
So,
be a volunteer position only. So
yep.
let's table it and let's get a little more discussion and see
Okay.
what we can come up with. And then Janet, is that you as well?
Yes, so just a reminder that our volunteer appreciation banquet is Wednesday at Uncourt, starting at 6:30. Thank you, sir. So I hope everybody can attend. Maury, I know you have a business to run right next door, but if you can step in, we'd love to see you, okay? And I talked to Kelly today, so you're good.
All right, moving on to number 5, new business, fundraising opportunities.
So this is Shannon. She's got a great idea for you guys for fundraising, and I'm gonna let her talk about that, but you have the packet.
So I've been here a year and a half now, and I feel like I have heard the question, when can we have a farmer's market? When is it coming back? Can we have one? Can we start one? Well, very recently, a vendor reached out to me. Her name is Brandy Freeman, and she owns Bedelia's Bees, and it's a little honey vendor. She's well known in the Douglasville Farmers Market, and she says she has multiple contacts who will be interested in having it in Villa Rica. So this little packet is just, go big or go home, so it's very detailed. As far as vendors, no vendor has been secured yet. This is literally just ideas on paper. She has stepped up and will be a volunteer for the farmers market. So if we need any help or need somebody to manage it day of, she can be that person. When I was talking to her about a day that would work, Mondays came up because that does not compete with any other local farmers markets. That's also the day that Villa Rica's ordinance for food trucks is allowed on Mondays. So I thought that would be something fun to add to the market. I thought this would also be a great opportunity. We keep trying to find a coffee shop to come downtown. So there are a few coffee food trucks. So if we can invite a food truck to come set up, maybe free for the first time, and then see how their return on investment, well, they wouldn't have an investment, but return on investment would be, and we can show somebody that's interested in bringing coffee to downtown that it's wanted and it's actually consumed. There's also a few recommendations as far as what farmers market typically charge as far as produce vendors, non-produce vendors. I've been told you have to have a lot of produce or people won't come. You can't have it like an arts and crafts market. Maybe we could talk to the city, see if we can get the food truck permits that go through for specifically on Mondays. Maybe that could go to the DDA as far as fundraising. But you'll see here that I have estimated the total income to be around $8,850. Farmers markets are also very in and they're trendy right now, and people love the merch that comes with that and the stickers. So I feel like merchandise would be a great opportunity for income to come in. I know downtown Dallas uses the Dallas, Texas Farmers Market logo on their items. But all of this is just a sample on what other markets use as far as vendor requirements, income, the fees for produce and non-produce, etc.
You mentioned it's a day that doesn't compete with other farmers markets. Obviously, weekends are going to be your biggest draw for that.
So Saturdays are your big ones. There's a few vendors in, I think, the Rockmart area that go to Cartersville. They also come over here to Douglasville. I know the Carrollton Farmers Market's on Saturday. The Dallas Farmers Market is on Saturday. Actually, Douglasville, I think, is on Thursday. But if we did it on Wednesday, we compete with church. So I really feel like Monday would be the best time. I've been told that we've had it in the past. However, it ended at 6 o'clock. Well, Villa Rica is a city where most people don't work here, so nobody can make it back before 6 o'clock. So I think extending it at least till 7 will allow people to come do their produce shopping
And
in
I think the
downtown.
food trucks would be a good draw for that as well, because you got that, and then you've got other restaurants here in town as well.
And we can even have the food trucks stay open a little bit later if needed.
Okay.
And we did have it in the past, and it was not good at all. They didn't have vendors, didn't have a lot of stuff, nobody came, so, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer, but, I mean, this looks a whole lot better than we tried the first time. But the person that did it the first time is still around, so you may want to talk to her if you haven't done that already.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
Sounds like it's worth a try. It looks
I
good.
think even if we start small, it's something that we can grow into. I have a lot of marketing ideas on here as well. I do think with the Mirror Lake connector coming, that will probably bring people downtown. I have big hopes and dreams for it. And I've toured Rome's downtown farmers market, downtown Dallas. Downtown Dallas is small, but they have a lot of people turn out for it.
I think the biggest thing is just the promotion, because even when we had it in the past, it wasn't promoted that much, because I saw it just by driving to coming to the restaurant. Otherwise, I would have never known about it. But like the
think if we-
Douglasville one and all that, they promote it a lot, and they do it like in their board meetings and all that. So
I
I
think
just
if we
know.
also use our city facilities, the library and Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
and all of those, then
And
that
even
will
like us
also
at the
be good.
restaurant, we can like post it there too. So I just try to get it out there more for everybody. But I think it looks awesome.
Your packet's very nice.
Thank you.
Right.
Great.
Any other comments on that?
I just want to say this was a way to raise money for the DDA, which we desperately need.
I agree.
And we try it, we don't have to, I don't know if that we do it this year. I don't know if we do it starting in the summer or so on and so forth, but it's just a way for us to start making some money and putting money in the bank, right?
Yes.
Well, I would just like to say, I think this is a great packet, and I think it's a great opportunity. It appears that we need money in fundraising. I don't see delaying it. I think just jumping in and trying to get it done to see
Okay.
if it's gonna work would probably be the best thing to do. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right?
Correct.
And we already have a good contact apparently with Brandy, so.
Yes.
Okay.
A lot of this stuff we didn't have before either, and we were doing it obviously through Main Street, which Main Street, as you guys know, are pretty busy entity. So it was hard to kind of focus all the energy on that. Something like this, you need to focus some time and energy on, which you can see that Shannon's already done that just for the packet. So this is going to be her baby to take off and run with it. So we'll see what we can do and when we can get it started. And we'll let you guys know next meeting.
I just have one other question or one other thought about it. One of the better promotions might be starting the marketing with the marketing materials, your shopping bags, your T-shirts and things like that,
Yes.
to promote it more and have those out first versus them trying to be sold at the farmer's market. I think that's probably a good way to promote it in addition to that would just be, you know, getting out and getting those sold and like selling them in different locations
Right.
around Villa Rica.
That's
So
a good point. Yep. Thank you.
All right, Ms. Janet, you're up, number 2.
So Dan McRae, who is the guru of not only the TAD but also the DDA, is an attorney in downtown Atlanta, and he has agreed to come speak with us March 29th meeting. This is a great opportunity for the board to have hands-on with an expert in this field, and great time for you guys to ask questions. So please come ready for Dan. He could talk to you an hour or 6 hours is what you might make of it. But we're excited to have him. And I will tell you, when I emailed him, he's probably one of the busiest guys in the state. And when I emailed him and asked him, he said, yes, I can do March. Get with my secretary within 15 minutes of me emailing him. So that was pretty cool. So we're excited about having Dan. So I had approached Andy last week. Chris Montesinos, who is the special director of projects for the city, is working on some more grant opportunities. I know we have talked in the past about doing some alleyway projects. This support letter that I got Andy to sign also had the Main Street Board to sign it, so the ARC can show, we can show the ARC that we have support. The mayor also signed off on a support letter, as did one of our city council, to show support for this project so that we can potentially get some money via the ARC to start doing more art. And so I had Andy, as he is the chairman, sign a letter last week, and I have a copy of it if you guys want to look at it. But I wanted to let you know that we're doing that as we're moving forward with art projects. We just got through the Main Street, through the Go Georgia Arts program, an in-kind grant to do a mural on the side of Hickstown, which we're really excited about that. And we got permission from the property owners last week, so that will move forward. And that will be done before December, hopefully this summer. That will get done. But that's a long time coming for us, and that's a goal of our office, is to do more art this year. So we're excited. This particular artist, John Christian, who's going to do the mural, he is also a Coke muralist and has been hired by Coke several times to do artwork, and he is going to be able to touch up our already existing Coca-Cola mural, which is on the other side of Cinema Tavern. So we're excited about that. And he'll probably, we could hire him to do other things. I did apply for another grant through Main Street. I have not heard back from that. That's a $6,000 grant opportunity for us, so we can just, I would be happy to do 6 or 7 murals this year. I know that's high expectations, but Shannon said go big or go home, so that's what I'm doing. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. But DDA and Main Street are really hand in hand when it comes to, promoting downtown and getting stuff done downtown. So a lot of stuff that I talk about sometimes will interact with Main Street because you guys are doing the same thing and working, and I have some board members that are on that board too, so I'll talk about both. He gets to hear it twice. And then we did have one DDA application, Donna Duran. Donna is the office manager of the offices on Main. Donna has been with Tom Large on several properties in downtown, and she's his right hand. And so she's expressed interest and turned in an application. I know you guys had expressed interest in taking your time and getting some applications. I know we had somebody else express interest as well. So this is certainly something you guys don't have to vote on tonight. It's just an opportunity. Just wanted to let you know that we had somebody apply.
I would recommend that we do table the application until at least next meeting so we can gain some more.
Okay, great.
How many, we just have one opening right now?
Correct.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes.
And a secretary.
And a secretary.
I don't know, Shannon did such a good job with that last time.
We have 2 guests tonight. This is the opportunity in our meeting for public comment. If you guys want to come forward, state your name and address for the record, and we'll give you 3 minutes to talk. And our first public comment is? Deidre? Come on forward, Deidre.
I don't have a public comment other than, I'll
ahead.
say this, okay. So I'm Deirdre Favors. I'm with Better Homes and Gardens, Metro Brokers, Realtor. And I actually am working with some investors right now in this area that are looking to buy in this area. And the reason why I wanted to come was just kind of to introduce myself to you guys and to just find out about, any opportunities, maybe development opportunities that are coming in the area that I could kind of share with my investors. So that's the reason why we're here. And this is one of my investors. Okay, so I'm kind of put on the spot, but I hope okay. So that's why I'm here. It's nice to meet all you guys, and I'm enjoying it so far.
Nice to meet you as
Thanks.
well.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay, all right. Okay. No, it's
Anybody else for public comment?
All right, if that's all, we'll close public comment. Items for future agenda.
Secretary, open position.
Yeah.
I agree. Applications forthcoming as well. I think we need to continue the conversation with the farmer's market, and let's work out a strategic plan that we can implement fairly quickly.
And I'm remiss, I did not put this on the agenda, but Carl and I are going to meet, this meeting has been moved around several times for many reasons, but we're finally going to meet with the CFO and the deputy city manager March 14th to talk about the DDA loan, kind of our status, where we're at, what we need to do moving forward. So when I come back to you guys in March, we'll talk about that as well.
Any other items we need to add to next month at this time? All right.
No.
Nothing else. I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All in favor? What was the work session in regards to? Or was it just there from last?
Left it from last time.
Okay.
So instead of work session, it should say go home and get dinner. That's the next item on